Hello and welcome to the channel. Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Al-Haji Atiku Abubakar, has asked the Presidential Election Petition Court (PEPC) to declare him winner of the February 25th election because INEC, the electoral body, did not dispute the 21 states he said he won, which means that he ought to be the legitimate winner of the poll. We'll talk details in a bit. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Article to PEPC. Declare me winner because of 21 states. Results. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the February 25th election, Al-Haji Atiku Abubakar, has told the Presidential Election Petitions Court (PEPC) to declare him winner based on the submission of the Independent National Electoral Commission's INEC that he won 21 states during the polls. Atiku, in his final written address through his lawyers, claimed that the Commission did not dispute, retract, debunk, or claim an error in pronouncing him winner in the 21 states. He similarly asked the court to nullify the declaration of President Bola Tinubu as winner of the election because he failed to secure up to a quarter of the votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja. The presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, also canvassed a similar position. He argued that Section 134(2) of the Constitution is clear on the issue of winning at least 25% of the votes in the FCT and 24 states as a condition for emerging as Nigeria's president. Atiku listed the states INEC credited him to have won as Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Borno, Delta, Ekiti, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Nasarawa, Niger, Osun, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, and Zamfara. His lawyer said, indeed, as admitted by the first respondent INEC, the first petitioner Atiku won in these 21 states. It is important to note that throughout the trial, the first respondent INEC neither refuted nor countermanded this critical averment nor denied it. We urge your lordship to hold that this constitutes an admission that requires no further proof. It also constitutes an admission against interest. Atiku accused INEC of manipulating the technologies earlier put in place to ensure transparency and wrongfully returned the said second respondent, Tinubu, as winner at about 4 a.m. on March 1st, 2023. At the time, the first respondent admitted that substantial percentage of the results had not been transmitted to the collation system for verification as required by law. He added, under the cover of the so-called technical glitch excuse, which the respondent INEC never explained, the results were deliberately manipulated through suppression and discounting of the votes of the first petitioner, Atiku, and inflation of the votes of the second respondent, Tinubu. This deliberate bypass of the use of the prescribed verification technology was nationwide and substantially affected the outcome of the election. We therefore submit that under the new regime of technology-based elections, the old, traditional and analog manner of proof of substantial non-compliance must yield way to a modern, dynamic and scientific approach by the courts towards proof of substantial non-compliance. The intent of the new Electoral Act 2022 is that the old order must give way to the new order. The analog must yield to the digital, and we urge these honorable courts to resolve this issue in favor of the petitioners. Atiku and the PDP said INEC was wrong in declaring Tinubu winner, having allegedly not secured 1/4 of the valid votes cast in the FCT as required by the Constitution. They argued that the FCT was a distinct creation that cannot be equated to any of the states of the Federation. They added, from the above, it is clear that the provisions of Section 299 will not apply to Section 134(2)(a) of the Constitution, which deals with procedure for election of president with margin note election, 2 or more presidential candidates. The said Section 134 2A of the Constitution has nothing to do with the matters mentioned in Section 299 of the Constitution, namely legislative powers, executive powers, and judicial powers. We therefore submit that the said Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, cannot be construed as the 37th state in the computation of presidential election results and in the construction of Section 134 2A of the aforesaid. A digest of the section reveals that there are two limbs in Section 134 2 which are conjunctive and not disjunctive. That is, A. The candidate must have the majority of votes cast at the election, and B. He must have not less than 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Furthermore, there are two scenarios contemplated in the provision dealing with where there are only two candidates and where there are more than two candidates. In both situations, any of the candidates must satisfy both conditions of 25% in at least 24 states of the 36 states of the Federation and 25% in the FCT. It is not in dispute that the second respondent, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did not achieve the constitutional requirement to be returned as winner of the election. We rely on the Exhibit PB from EC8D Declaration of Result and Exhibit PC 1 to 37 EC8D1, the summary of results of the election. They argue that Tinubu's sole witness, Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele, admitted clearly under cross-examination that the second respondent, Tinubu, did not score 25% in the FCT. We therefore submit the first respondent failed to comply with the provisions of Section 134 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, in wrongfully, unlawfully, and unconstitutionally returning the second respondent as winner of the election. We therefore urge your Lordship to resolve this issue in favor of the petitioners and hold that the second respondent was wrongly returned as elected when he scored less than 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, as required by the Constitution. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.